Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Unstoppable Denominator channel. I am the Unstoppable Denominator, bringing you guys another AEW results for January 21st, 2022. This contains spoilers. Tonight's episode of AEW Rampage was held live from the Entertainment and Sports Arena in Washington, D.C. It's Friday night, and you know what that means. Excalibur, the Human Suplex Machine, Taz, FTW World Champion, Absolute Ricky Starks, and Demo God, Chris Jericho were the broadcast team for tonight's event. Jon Moxley versus All Ego, Ethan Paige with Scorpio Sky. Jon Moxley is in the best shape of his career, said Excalibur. Mox and Paige locked up. Paige shoved Mox to the mat and then flexed. They traded chops and then Mox hit Paige with an intense running back elbow. Mox bit down on Paige's forehead. Paige knocked Mox out of the ring with a shoulder tackle. Paige staggered Mox with punches. Mox retaliated by sending Ethan Paige into the ringside barricade. He's remembering how to be Jon Moxley, said Jericho. Paige pulled Moxley through the ropes and then planted Mox with a backbreaker. Mox charged at Paige, but Paige dodged him. The momentum sent Mox shoulder first into the ring post. Paige hoisted up Mox for the Ego's edge, but Mox escaped. Mox German suplex Ethan Paige 3 times in a row. Mox is beating the crap out of Paige right now, said Taz. Mox nailed Paige with the King Kong lariat. Mox looked for the paradigm shift, but Paige countered with a brain buster on Moxley for a near fall. We're watching Moxley getting his sea legs right before our very eyes, said Excalibur. Moxley rocketed outside the ring with an elbow suicida. Moxley climbed to the top turnbuckle, but Paige met him up there. Ethan Paige hit a avalanche power slam off the middle rope, but Mox rolled him up with a crucifix. Mox then hammered Paige with elbows and knees to the top of Paige's head. Mox applied the bulldog choke, and referee Aubrey Edwards stopped the match. Moxley victorious in his return to action in All Elite Wrestling, said Excalibur. That was a hell of a match. Ethan Paige has nothing to be embarrassed about, replied Taz. Mox turned around, kicked Ethan Paige, and spiked Paige with a paradigm shift for good measure. Mox walked back to the locker room, but American Dragon Bryan Danielson stood in his way and stood a hole right through him, smirking as Moxley walked by. Trent Beretta with freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Chris Statlander, and Wheeler Yuta versus the Young Bucks, Nick Jackson with Matt Jackson and associate stooge Brandon Cutler. This match was originally scheduled to be a Rampage vice versa, the Young Bucks, but due to medical protocols, Rocky Ramone was out of action tonight. I can't think of a singles match that Nick Jackson has had that wasn't super spectacular, said Chris Jericho. This is the first time ever singles meeting between the two of them, added Excalibur. Trent shut Nick's early offense down with a running chop and then an overhead throw. Nick Jackson followed up by targeting the neck with a guillotine over the top rope. Trent hit Nick Jackson with a back body drop. Trent charged at Nick, but Nick ducked and Trent went flying wildly into the ropes. Nick Jackson kicked the back of Trent's head, clearly targeting Trent's surgically repaired neck. Nick tried to land a senton on Trent, but Trent avoided it. Trent fired back with a clothesline and then a deadlift German suplex. Trent charged in with a running knee strike for a near fall on Nick. Oh my gosh, sorry. Trent battered Nick Jackson with stiff forearms. Trent speared Nick on the arena floor. Trent launched off the ropes with a swinging DDT on Nick for a very near fall. Nick Jackson pulled referee Rick Knox in the way and then blasted Trent with a kick to the side of the head. Such an intense battle, this rivalry between these two men, said Excalibur. Nick escaped out of the apron and came into the ring with a Canadian destroyer on Trent for a 2 count. Nick Jackson doesn't know what he has to do to put Trent away, said Chris Jericho. Nick is finding out the hard way about Trent, replied Starks. Nick Jackson connected with a kick and then a running bulldog on Trent. Nick tried a super kick, but Trent blocked it and countered with a half and half suplex. Trent used a pile driver on Nick for a near fall. Nick just barely got the shoulder up, said Excalibur. Nick back body dropped Trent onto the ramp. Nick followed up with the senton Atomico on Trent on the ramp. Nick hit the 450 slash on Trent, but Trent kicked out. Nick super kicked Trent. Trent avoided another super kick and then pinned Nick Jackson after the crunchy. What a victory for Trent here on Rampage tonight, said Jericho. Hook versus Serpentico. Hook steamrolled Serpentico at the start of the match. Hook decimated Serpentico with an STO. Hook hurled Serpentico with a massive overhead throw. Hook locked on the red rum, and Serpentico had no choice but to tap out. QT Marshall came out with a mic and called Hook a delinquent. Hook suplex QT Marshall on the ramp and then stepped right over him to walk to the back. Your main event time, TBS Championship match. TBS Champion Jade Cargill with Mark Sterling versus Dark Order's Anna Jay with John Silver. 24-0 is no joke. Jade Cargill comes in with that winning streak, and she lives in her opponent's head rent-free, said Taz. Of course, Jade Cargill is going to win. Jade ran into Anna Jay with a shoulder tackle. She followed up with a fall-away slam. Anna Jay, rolled up Jade Cargill from behind, and as Jade was posterizing, Jade kicked out of the pin attempt. Outside the ring, Jade and John Silver had a pose-off. John Silver ducked and it allowed Anna Jay to catch Jade off guard with a running clothesline. Back in the ring, Jade planted Anna Jay with a spinebuster. Jade showed off by doing push-ups in the ring. Anna Jay charged at Jade, but Jade flipped her with a belly-to-belly suplex. Anna Jay hit a heel kick and then had a reverse choke on Jade. Jade countered by dropping to the mat. Anna Jay kicked Jade's midsection and then hit a thrust kick to the jaw. Anna Jay planted Jade with a flatliner. Smart Mark Sterling on the apron to try to distract Anna Jay, but Silver dispatched of him. Jade Cargill pumped kicked Anna Jay, but Anna Jay kicked out the back of Jade's leg. Anna climbed to the top turnbuckles and applied the choke again. Jade broke the grip and then smashed Anna Jay with one-armed powerbomb. Cargill planted Anna with a jaded and then pinned Anna Jay. And still TBS champion Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill gets better with every match, said Chris Jericho. Every time Jade Cargill has hit that move, she has scored the win. And now her record improves to a perfect 25-0. What a victory for Jade Cargill, said Excalibur. Catch AEW Dynamite on TBS next Wednesday. I think that should have been on TBS, the championship, not on TNT. That's not meant to be on that. So, live at 8/7 Central from the Wallenstein Center in Cleveland, Ohio, featuring TNT title unification match. TNT champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, versus the interim TNT champion, Sammy Guevara, in a ladder match for the TNT title. Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy in a lights out match. Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz versus Daniel Garcia in 2.0, where we could possibly see a miscommunication from Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz, and probably see coming down the line, see them breaking up. And we'll hear from CM Punk. And remember, the home of professional wrestling is All Elite Wrestling. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you guys do not miss an upload here on this channel. Guys, I will be back to bring you guys SmackDown Live results. I'm unstoppable, and I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.